Christianity is such a beautiful religion. So say cherry-picking, whitewashed, scoundrel, hypocritical, cynical pigs. Now the truth is that throughout human history and civilization, Christianity was the bloodiest, most murderous, insane, backward, ignorant, deluded religion in the world. Now, what do we have here? This is the key findings and analysis, as I do not like to count bodies and deaths, but sometimes it is the favorite opportunistic sport of Judeo-Christians, especially Christians that are dispatching everyone that disagrees with those pigs to hells and back. So, from the year 0 to 2008, let us remember that Buddhism antedates Christianity. Indic religion antedate Christianity. Primal and indigenous antedate. So they are Jew-Cynic. So the death toll of civilizational strife. The maximum death toll is 708 million dead. The minimum death toll, 449 million in total. So, Christianity as the most bloody religion in the world slaughtered up to 236,560,000 people. Next one is the anti-theist. For example, we take in the Marxists and commies, 153 million. So, Christianity surpasses anti-theist movement in destroying human life. So, and when it comes to Buddhist, maximum 95 million. Indic religions, very peaceful, 3,434. Islamic, 41 million perished. Indigenous, 56 million. Cynic, 120. So, how do we know? This is, of course, an estimate. We do not take into account all the indirect murders, killings, spreadings of disease, for example, amongst the natives. But hey, World War II, it was a Christian event primarily. Then this is an anti-theist People's Republic of China and the genocide. Then what else do we have in Christian to emancipate our little Christians? World War I was a strictly Christian, Judeo-Christian phenomenon. Extermination of Native Americans, Christian. What else do we have? Russian Civil War, Christian anti-theist, 5 to 9 million. And so on and so on. So, before we start to say that religion is good, it's the people that are evil, I say no, Judeo-Christians, the religion of Judeo-Christianity, the Abrahamic spawn, are evil and conditioned people to slaughter themselves in such and such a manner. Can it be said about heathen times, about republican or imperial rule? Can it be said about Helen? Can it be said about the Mauryan Empire that was large and populous? Well, it may not. So, of course, we live in civilized times without the Greek inventiveness of Hellenes, without the law of Romans. Christianity would be nothing. Without Neoplatonism that was vulgarized and repacked in Judaistic bullshit and then called Christianity, Christianity would be nothing. Without lies, hypocrisy, destruction, slander, murder, atrocities, assassinations, heresiarch, blaming, witch hunt, Christianity would be nothing. And the human genius, the Hellenic genius that survived and carried on this genius forward. And if for Christianity, everything will be exterminated by now, as they will self-fulfill their prophecy of total extermination, apocalypse, the end of the world. They would ruin everyone. So fortunately, human genius survived the onslaught of those idiots. Their packaging in art, in literature, in theater, in sacred art. Because they had to, because such was the career of these particular mob-like creatures that would destroy, slander, and exterminate anyone who would disagree with them in the past times. So, this new times in which we may say that Judeo-Christianity lost its moral and ethical standing with world wars, with concentration camps, with extermination of the whole populations. It has no ethos or morality, and Christianity never had it. It had no reason, no intellect. It was a mob-like bullshit religion built in delusion and lies. But there were good people in it, sure. There were great, noble, mighty people amongst the heathens, amongst the Greeks, amongst the Romans, that outshone those Judeo-Christian imbeciles. But Judeo-Christian imbeciles forgot that they are like little microbes compared to what a human should represent as a human being with himself, herself. So they wallow in their shit, thinking that they're morally good and upright, where they are masking the fact that they are perversely evil and heroic. So, nowadays, if a good person cherry picks about this religion, not questioning its tradition, its theology, philosophy, and the whole array, the structural skeleton of its lies, he may go about undisturbed. But if he starts questioning it, then he's attacked by his own communitas ecclesiasticae, right? So, Judeo-Christianity are destructive, evil religions, conditioning people to commit atrocities and genocides. Full stop, no matter how whitewashed cherry-picking he decides to be. Now we see an apotheosis of religious nationalistic bullshit. Now, metaphysics. Judeo-Christianity created crippled metaphysics, projecting the Judeo-Christian bullshit upon divinity and providence. I am a deist. I'm a metaphysician. I'm a practicing priest of my gods and goddesses. I'm a god. And I contradict everything that Judeo-Christianity ever fucking invented. Because my experience with trafficking and intelligibly communicating with the divinities is saying, hey, Judeo-Christians are liars. Christ was a liar, he burns in hell. Everything you built to this Jesus, the lying pig, is a lie. You swallowed in the mud and dirt of pieces of your own, and you think it's holy, you sacrosanct imbecile. You're Abraham the liar, you're Jesus the liar, you're Mohammed the liar. Nothing. Everything you built was built on filth of your lies. Everything noble, everything great, everything beautiful, you destroyed and thieved from pagans, from heathens. You colonized humaneness, perversely destroying it and calling it humane. You colonized love, eros, philia, agape, perversely destroying it and turning it into a whore, calling it love. Jews, Christians, and Muslims are the greatest enemy of nature, of humanity, of spirits, of providence, and of gods.